Hello and welcome to our trading results video for April. So in April we got an interesting month really, where we got the continuation of that trade war between the US and China, and tension in Syria continued to escalate through the month as well. We had earnings season kicking off as well, along with, as we saw towards the end of the month, that bond yield hitting 3% for the first time in 4 years. So let's talk about our results. During week one, we had that trade war. We had that continuation of that trade war, and we saw the S&P and the Dow bouncing off of that 200-day moving average. So we really did see a continuation of what happened the previous month. We didn't have the best week here. It was our first losing week in some time, where we lost 146 pips. But generally, it put ourselves in a bad position at the start of the month. So we moved into week two knowing that we had that rough week to start off, and that growing tension in Syria saw some really aggressive trading ranges within gold during this week. And also we had our earnings season kicking off here, but Syria was the main thing that overshadowed those good earnings to start off this season. By the end of this week, we had 679 pips in the bag, so we were able to make up for that first week as well, and some. So then moving into week three, we had pretty choppy markets coming in, where we saw commodities spike to elevated levels that we haven't seen for some time, ultimately leading us to a 479 pip week, which was great because, you know, looking at it, we had 90% success rate, where we saw 18 out of 20 trades being successful. So still at the end of the week, we saw some concern about rising yields, and that did push into week four, where we saw bond yields hit 3% for the first time in 4 years, which is a big deal, and the markets reacted accordingly. So throughout this, we saw some more positive earnings across the board, and really the yields and tension in Syria overshadowed these, despite that they were so positive. So by the end of week four, we saw 175 pips in the bag, which led us up to pretty much our entire month. We had one more day, which we saw a 30 pip day, which left us with a total of 1,217 pips on the month. Another really nice month there in the bag, despite starting off and putting ourselves down after week one. So we're delighted to finish off in that manner, and we look to push on and improve in May, and I'll be back then for our May results.